Otto.
Oh, hi.
Here is Sam Hankey, nurse to the world.
Hello, everyone. I know most of you know me, but I am Nurse Sam of Sleepy Dog Veterinary, and I'm here with Otto Innes today to show you some acupressure and massage tips. Just a little bit of a background about me. I graduated from the Mount Ida Veterinary Technology Program in 2015, and that's where I acquired my veterinary nurse skills. I also trained at the Bancroft Animal Massage School for my massage certificate, and I also trained in acupressure at the Tallgrass Institute. And I'm a Reiki master. So those are all of my skills that I bring to Sleepy Dog, and now I will show you some on Otto. Otto, come here. So I just want to mention before I show you this, these are gentle techniques that I'm going to show you today, but if your dog has any history of cancer or IVDD, which is intervertebral disc disease, and cancer especially like mast cell tumors, you want to consult with your veterinarian before you do this, just because you don't want to cause any of the abnormal cells to move about the body or cause further damage in any way. So, Otto is ready. And if you have any concerns at all, still talk to your veterinarian before doing this. But again, these are very gentle, and they're great for stress relief right now, as well as pain relief. So the first one I'm going to show you is called effleurage. And so this is a nice, gentle way to warm the body up. So you want to use the heel of your palm for less pressure. And you can do this throughout the whole body. So I like to start going along the spine. You never want to push directly on the spine because that can be painful. So you want to palpate where the vertebrae are, and then you want to go along the spine, contouring your fingers to the body, and slowly moving along the spine. Going with the fur. If you go against it, then that can be more stimulating as opposed to relaxing. And usually you want to do each area about 3 times. And making sure you go along the other side of the spine. Rotate your hands here. Good job. And then once you've done the spine, you can actually go along the legs. So this is Otto's quadricep. And I'm kind of just gently going across there, not putting any pressure on his knee. Just lightly kind of pushing down. He seems to be responding well to that. This is the hamstring. You can do the same thing back here. And while you're doing this, you want to look for any kind of releasing that they might be doing. So that could be eye blinking, yawning. They'll get up and do a full body shake. And that's them kind of shifting their own energy. When you feel good about the spine and the back leg, you can move to the front. So this is Otto's tricep. And it's obviously going to be a much smaller movement. You can do that. And you want to make sure you massage the whole body because everything is connected. So if Otto's neck is tight, you actually want to massage his shoulders because that will actually help release his neck. And if you're working with a smaller dog or a cat, perhaps, you can actually take your fingertips or 2 fingers and kind of gently go along there. And obviously with cats, you want to go less pressure. They're more sensitive souls. And then bicep, so it's the same on humans, it's much smaller in dogs. I'm going to use a couple of fingers for Otto just because he's a bigger guy. And you might feel a little bit of spasming on occasion, which is normal, but you might want to back up a little bit because that can be intense. I'm actually going to go down his forelegs too right now, because a lot of older animals carry tension there. Not pushing too hard in this area though, because it's more of a bony area. And if any area of the body is too intense, or your pet is showing any type of reaction that it's too much for them, you can actually go to a spot near it and stimulate the point that way. And it's much more gentle, and it actually will still help release the area of tension. Okay, then we're going to work on Otto's neck. Let's see. Just going to move his collar up. I know, good job. I know. Bless you. I know, can you lay back down, my friend? What do you think? So kind of just gently finding where his vertebrae are, and then gently pulling down slowly.
Sam, what are some of the ways that tell you that he's releasing some tension? What are some of the things you look for?
So I look for if he's relaxing into it, which he is. He's kind of melting into the floor a little bit. Otto's also doing some nice eye blinking right now, which I know a lot of people believe that that's more of like a calming signal, but I think it's dependent on the situation. So right now, he's obviously very relaxed with me because he knows me. So in this case, I believe that he's releasing through his eye blinking. He also did a nice yawn for me a minute ago. Make sure you get both sides of the neck too. Also, he just took a really deep sigh, which is good. So you kind of watch their breathing also. Good job. And sometimes you can physically feel the muscle kind of breaking up underneath. Good job. All right, the second technique I'm going to show you guys is compression, which is my other favorite one. I usually like to start around their shoulders for this one, and this is also, you're going to use different compression techniques based off where you're going in the body. So I like to, for the shoulders, I like to go on either end with the heel of my palms and kind of gently push in. And then you always slowly want to come out. You want to kind of just rotate where you're going on the shoulders. Again, avoiding any bony areas. And this is usually a little bit easier if they're sitting, and you can go on either side, but I don't want to make him get up right now because he looks so relaxed. And then you can go along their spine. Sometimes if you feel a tense area, I'll stay there for at least a couple of compressions. You can also kind of make like a claw while you're doing it, and that can help stimulate some of the blood flow going to those areas, which is super important for pain relief. Good job. Just working your way down. This is also a great one for the hips. So with the hips, you'll obviously feel bony areas, but you don't want to push too hard, but just getting some more blood flow there is important, especially with dogs with hip dysplasia or any type of spinal issue. And I'm not going that hard, I'm being pretty gentle. He seems to be responding well.
This is particularly noteworthy because there's being lunch prepared in the other room and he's still staying with Sammy.
Another nice release you can do with compression, I know, is you have their tail and kind of gently squeeze up the tail. I don't know if you can see his face right now, but oh, does that feel good? Because their tail is actually an extension of their spine, and we don't often think to touch it a whole lot, and so I think it's important to kind of get stimulation there. And that can help give them some relief in their lower back. With the hind legs, I know, good job. you want to go on either side. So again, let Otto show you. This is his hamstring, and I'm going on either side, and I'm gently pushing in and coming out. And just kind of rotating where I'm pushing. And I'm not going very hard. And they'll tell you too, if you're going too hard, they'll kind of give you either like a look back, or they'll get up and move, or they might try and pull their leg away. In that case, just go softer. And sometimes animals will even lean into you and they want you to go a little bit harder. And with a smaller animal, you can do your little fingertips, kind of like what I'm doing on Otto's quadricep right now. Nice and gentle, just kind of rotating. And he's responding well. He's laid his head back down. Okay, do the same thing with his triceps. And biceps. And then actually this can also feel really good on their head. So if you kind of go up, so up on their head, this can actually be really relaxing. Kind of just move in. You can go to their masseter muscles, kind of gently just pushing in with the fingertips. This can also help release their neck. You can do kind of gentle circles up here. Good job. And same kind of going down the neck using your fingertips, just kind of gently pushing in. You can go more lateral on the neck, so more out. Good job, my friend. Again, doing kind of just soft circles. Slowly going in and out. Good job. All right, so let's move on to the 2 acupressure points I want to show you guys today. Both have to do with pain relief and supporting the back and the spine and the hips. So the first one I want to show you guys, which is really great with older dogs, is called bladder 60, which is also referred to as the aspirin point, so great for pain relief. And in order to find this is one of the easier ones, I think. You go down to their little ankle or hock and kind of find the webbing right in there. And then you take your thumb, and then you can take your 2 fingers on the other side and gently press in and hold. Often in older dogs, you'll feel this point is kind of cold, so it's really great to stimulate it. And I like to hold for about a minute. And if you intuitively feel like you want to gently kind of move your fingers in a circular motion, feel free to do that. Sometimes that can feel really good, and you'll notice more releases with that. It's the same type of releasing, blinking, yawning. They might stretch. They might sink into their bed a little bit more. And this is on both the back legs, not just the left side. But again, I'm not going to make Otto get up right now because he's very relaxed. Okay, and the second point is bladder 40, which is located behind the stifle, kind of in the little indent back there. So the easiest way to find this one is to kind of find where their knee is, and then directly go back, and then you'll kind of feel a divot, I believe it's between 2 tendons, and you kind of hold right there. Again, either with your thumb or your 2 fingers, because that's energetically neutral, which is important with acupressure. So not putting any of your own energy into the point. And I like to infuse them with Reiki, so if you know any energy work, that's a great idea. And Otto's point is actually a little bit warm, so it's great that we're stimulating that. And this point is great for the hips and the spine. And supporting the body in that way. Good job. And if they're antsy about this, feel free to just kind of give them nice scratches and distract them. Doesn't seem like Otto needs that right now.
No one would believe that he is a highly anxious dog most moments.
He's doing lots of blinking. Good job. And you can either do both legs at one time or do them separately. If you guys have any questions, you can write them in the comment section below, and either Dr. Beth or I will answer them. And I hope you have enjoyed this. Bye.
Awesome.